Hey y'all, happy Saturday. So I've been experimenting with this strategy over the last 2 weeks, and I want to share it with you so you can actually get extra reach and growth out of your content without any crazy strategies, something that you can do every single day that's incredibly scalable. And I'm going to go ahead and review some of what I've been doing and then give you those tangible takeaways at the end so that you can actually walk away and execute on this strategy as well. So let's begin. Over the last 90 days, I've gotten 179,000 views on my content. So that averages out to about 59,000 views per 30-day period, but I've gotten 73,000 of those views in the last 30 days alone. So let me show you that here. It comes down to 28 days. I don't know why LinkedIn can't do 30. I mean, whatever. Just one of those weird things. But 73,000 views I've gotten in the last 28 days alone. That means I've increased my average over the last 30 days by 14,000 views. And just in the last two-week period, I've gotten an average increase of 71% in view count. And half of that view count in that period of time was 46,000 views in a 2-week period. So let me show you that as well. So 49,000, I believe, 46,000 views in that time period. So now I'm averaging on my content, as you can see here, about 2,000 views on each post, which is just awesome. I was struggling to break 500 there for a few months, and sometimes it would be difficult just to get to 1,000 views per post. But as you can see here, I've gone over the threshold of 2,000 per post over the last 14-day period, which is incredible. I'm so stoked about that. So how did I do it? So very simply, I didn't change up my content. I might have gotten a bit edgier, but you can't really quantify that. So instead, let's focus on the comments. You can absolutely do this too. I know it's an extra step, but as you can see, it works. Let me go ahead and show you. It drives more engagement. It gives people a reason to create conversation with you as opposed to just dropping BS comments on your post, and LI notices this stuff. So what I've been doing here is I've been bringing in a whole bunch of wacky and random examples of how you can comment on your stuff and create additional engagement. So here's a poll. Do you create content because it's fun, or is it just another chore for you to have to complete each day? 1, it's freaking fun, man. 2, nothing but a chore. Cast your vote below. And then, I'll go into detail here. When I was in kindergarten, so yada, 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 I tell a story about the post itself to add that additional context. And then a call to action. Follow, hit the bell, comment with your thoughts, repost if you thought this was helpful. And then I drop this hilarious GIF from the movie Wedding Crashers. So, if you have a lot of GIFs that you have saved on your computer, bring them in to create that sort of image-based content that people love and get people laughing and talking to you. And so I'll drop about 3 to 5 of these on every single post, and that's what, in my opinion, has been increasing my view count to such a high range. So let's show you one here. So this post repurposed 4 times. I talk about the process behind the scenes. So this post has been repurposed 4 times as of now. It started out as a LinkedIn comment, then became a tweet. After that, about a week ago, it became an LI post, as you've seen in the link below. Next, it became a tweet thread. Finally, today, I repurposed it into a LinkedIn carousel. What's next? Short form video? Don't stretch yourself, instead stretch your content. Then I put a link to it. I got a bunch of reactions there. I talked to Lisa about it. And so what you're doing is you're creating these additional touch points. And then my daughter saw this picture of me on the last slide, then laughed and said, "Why are you wearing a helmet?" And then cackled like a hyena. I don't know how to feel about this. And then I put this ridiculous person with a helmet staring slowly at the camera, so on and so forth. You can also bring in your business account to actually engage with the content, the comments that you're creating. If you feel called out by this post, good, that was a desired effect. Get him, boss! And then my little ghosties show up, which is another whole nother can of worms for a different post, but so on and so forth. And then, as you can see, there's a lot of comments already happening organically on my post, but I'm adding these additional things to create that insight. So at the end of the day, LinkedIn is not going to punish you for commenting on your post. And really, that's what I'm doing here, is I'm creating those touch points where people are not just commenting on the post, they're creating dialogue. So from LinkedIn's perspective, if I comment on my post, someone responds to that comment, it's not just an original comment, it's a conversation. And so you get additional points in the algorithm for that exact thing. So how did I discover this strategy? Well, I studied the greats that came before me. So Luke Matthews and Laura Acosta are great examples, for instance. If you look at some of their top performing content, they do this exact same thing. Now, obviously, I'm not raking in over 100,000 views per post. I'm not that cool. But this strategy is a big part of why their stuff sees so much success and over such a long period of time. And that's why I'm sharing it with you today. So you want to grow your content on LinkedIn? Start commenting on your posts. I'd recommend waiting until you get at least one organic comment first before you start doing this. Otherwise, I have heard that you can decrease your reach if you're jumping in and commenting before anybody else has. Create dialogue, experiment with formats like you're seeing me do here, and just let it rip. No matter what, after creating a post, you always have additional thoughts after you post something. You're always like, oh man, I didn't think about that. Or maybe there's an additional question that I'd love to ask that I didn't put in my call to action. Now, a lot of people would hit edit, come back into the post and change it. Instead, what you can do is just drop that question into the comments, into the comment feed. So in my opinion, that works a lot better. And then, no matter what, after creating a post, you're going to have those additional thoughts. So make sure you're actually acting on those touch points and giving people the additional opportunity to add to that conversation. So it's not hard, and all you have to do is ask and see if it works. So if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to smash that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Definitely hit me with a like. It really helps me a lot in the algorithm. And comment below, can you see yourself doing something like this to help you grow your content on LinkedIn, put yourself in front of new audiences, and find new clientele? If you're viewing this on LinkedIn, please hit the reaction button and share your thoughts in the comments below as well. And I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. You can execute on this strategy and create a whole bunch of extra growth for your content. As you can see, I'm averaging 2,000 plus views per post right now. I'm not going to stop doing this, and I'm hoping that it'll continue to rise and I get more and more engagement, more and more reactions, more and more conversation out of my content, because ultimately that's what's going to lead to more growth for my agency. So if you'd like to work with a ghostwriting agency that can help you on LinkedIn, let me know. Shoot me a DM on LinkedIn. Happy to have a conversation about it. And otherwise, I hope you guys take care.